Hello and welcome to Scrolling with Ceazor. Today is April 17th, 2026. Now, as always, this is not financial advice, just my own biased opinions. So I'm going to start today with a tweet. It says, "Good morning. Did the coins decide to catch up with everything else in the world?" Here we have Clouded of ETH Strategy saying that. And I saw this and then obviously I went straight to my charts and I saw we've got lots of green candles today. Actually, yesterday I did purchase a little bit of Fidelity ETH into one of my TradFi savings accounts, so I'm happy with that. It's a tax-free actually too. So hope it keeps going. Be careful, guys. This is not the time to start going super degen on leverage, but maybe if you did some leverage trading yesterday, you are up quite nicely today. But we'll see. I just be careful. That's all I'm trying to say. This is just usually the time when people start levering up and going long, and we get squeezed out again. So just be careful with that. So ETH is up about 4%. BTC is up about 3.5%. Gold is up 1.5%, which is pretty nice actually. Sonic is up 1.5%, and Hype is up 2.5%. Well, Hype didn't actually go up above its like local all-time, local high, right? It's kind of bouncing around at this high for the last 3 or 4 days, but I'm happy with this. I might actually pull out some of my stable coins from this position here, and but I'll do that after. So let's get into the news, okay? So first of all, we have USDC has dropped an announcement. There's introducing the USDC Bridge, a direct way to move USDC cross-chain, built and operated by Circle. USDC Bridge gives you a predictable, transparent way to move USDC between chains. So I threw this contract into AI with the CCPT bridge that I've been always using, and I think most people are using. And I did a little contract comparison. You can kind of check this out and go through everything, but basically they're both upgradable proxies. So the new contract is a newer version of upgradable proxy, so it has a little more features. The main features of the newest one is that there's a 10% protocol fee. That's a lot, right? There's a permit support, so it can remove the approval step if that's something you want, and it's pausable. However, it kind of makes me feel like these people don't even use DeFi. Like you go to the front end here, and let's say I've got like $11 on, and I'm just testing it, right? So I did, find out the contracts are different contracts, and I put them into the AI and kind of check them and stuff like that. But so yeah, on $11, I'm going to pay 21 cents. It's going to take me about 13 seconds to get across. If I switch this over, I can't even. It says, well, fast speed is free when bridging from, so I can't even switch this over, but I'm still paying this fee, right? So, and there's no max button. Like, look at this. If I put here, there's no button here to press max. Like, I have to like manually put this number. I can't even select the number. I have to like manually type it in. Like, it's as if these people don't even use DeFi. It's like they don't even use crypto. They have no idea. Like, it's all like shiny and fast and looking cool, but like, I'm still going to use this because I know this thing's free. Okay, so occasionally I have to wait 20 minutes, but who cares, right? Like, if I have to wait 20 minutes, it's all good, right? And I can send this. It's always free. There's no fee. Like, why would I even consider using this? And like, does Circle really need to like farm front end fees or a new bridge fee? No, they don't. They make tons of money on their treasury, and they don't give any of it to anyone. They just keep it all. Like, it's USDC, man. So let's go over to Frax and talk about them. Now, I did do that tweet a few days ago this week, and I'm happy with it. Got lots of engagement, so I'm happy with that. And basically, I said projects need to look at Frax USD instead of USDC. Frax USD instead of USDC. Yeah, so let's see what Sam says. So Sam is actually retweeting Elon, And so Elon's talking about universal high income. The AI is going to take over. Everyone's going to get free checks, free money from the government every month, and we'll just be able to like do whatever you want to do, and your shit's taken care of. So he's talking about that. And then Sam comes in and says, bro literally builds rockets, robots, and AI, but still thinks checks when talking about finance like he's in the 90s. He's like, please just say stablecoins. Frax can help build it. Others can help. Literally anything other than checks issued by the government. So Elon's talking about the government sending actual paper checks to people to deposit in their banks, and which is insane nowadays, right? Like, just give everybody a damn EVM wallet. They can use that EVM wallet even to vote. Like, they could have that doxed wallet assigned to their identity, and if they get phished or something like that, or they lose their seed phrase, they can just go in and get another wallet and register a new wallet, and that wallet is then assigned to their driver's license or passport or whatever it is, right? And we can just airdrop like fucking stable coins into everybody's wallets every year or every month and just let them spend it, right? It's as simple as that. Like, there's enough Visa as well. Visa can like plug into that. Like, you can use FRX USD on EtherFi and use the EtherFi Visa card to spend your FRX USD right now. Like, it's already usable. It's doable. So like, it's so easy. So I agree with him. I agree with Sam. I agree with Fax. And Elon, I don't know what you're thinking, man. I don't know why you're saying that. But anyways, let's move on. So here's that table that I threw in there. You can pause the video and look at it if that's something you want to do. So moving on to another awesome stablecoin I like is Liquidity Bold stablecoin. So here we have the risk-free rate in DeFi is T-bills wrapped in centralized risk. So yeah, so there's a lot of companies, a lot of he's contrasting. Like, a lot of stablecoins out there are actually T-bills wrapped, so it's a centralized backing stablecoin. So stablecoin backed by centralized entities. But if you don't want that kind of risk, or you don't want that kind of exposure, or you don't want that ethos in your mind, you can consider Bold as an alternative, which is a completely decentralized immutable stablecoin. It has no admin keys, no counterparties, no freezability, no governance, and its yield is better than the risk-free T-bills. Now, you are exposed to crypto, right? Which is maybe something you don't want to do, but significantly higher yield. So take in consideration. I currently use the Y-Bold for most of my Bold, but there are other options in there. You can put in the stability pool and sell this RETH if that's something you want to do. Anyhow, let's move on. So SushiSwap is still building. I really like SushiSwap. I have a good history with them in the past. They're OGs, right? And but here they've built a new front end powered by Hyperliquid, and so early traders get boosted sushi point multipliers. Now, I don't really do a lot of perps trading. I lost too much money over the years to it because I suck at it. I'm too emotional, I guess. So I probably will not use it too much, and you'll definitely not see me posting charts and buy signals and telling people to do this or do that, or this is what I'm doing. You can do it if you want via my affiliate link, right? So I won't have that really probably going on, but there are some points. If you start using this, I don't know what those points will turn into, but it's definitely something to consider. If you are a perp trader, then you can kind of hop in here and do some perps. Okay, moving on. So I reposted this yesterday, and basically it's a large, so this person, let me read it. A security breacher just documented a large-scale counterfeit ledger Nano S Plus operation selling compromised devices across multiple online marketplaces. So yeah, I don't want to read all of this, but you can kind of get in here and read it and stuff like that. But just be careful where you're buying ledgers from, and then importing your old seed phrase into your new ledger. They look fake. They look real. I'm sorry, they are fake. They have got bad, hardware inside them. So just be careful where you get a ledger from. Don't go buying a ledger off some guy who's selling ledgers in Walmart in the back of his truck. Don't buy them off Amazon. Don't buy them off eBay. Don't buy them anywhere except from the actual Ledger website if you even want to use a ledger. Okay, so anyhow, so be careful out there, be diligent, and so forth. Okay, so here we have Hey Anon. Hey Anon is retweeting this DeFi Ventures, DWF Ventures article. I will share it with you, but it's basically the idea that AI agents are coming for DeFi. And you can kind of dig into this and read a little bit deeper. But let's take a quick look at these key takeaways. So the automatic and agentic activity now accounts for 19% of on-chain activity. So it is growing, okay? Agents have demonstrated outperformance over humans and bots in narrow, well-defined use cases, such as yield optimization. Between agents, model utilization and risk management has shown to affect trading performance the most. And as agents become adopted at scale, there are several risks around trust and execution by agents, including Sybil attacks, strategy crowding, and privacy trade-offs. So you can read through this whole article. It's pretty long, as you can see, but it's a good read. And the way I look at AI agents right now is like, undoubtedly they are coming and they are very useful. I like to use them more for research and understanding things than for actually executing financial transactions. I prefer this. Maybe I'm a boomer, maybe I'm a scaredy cat. I don't have time to recuperate massive losses, so I don't want to take massive risk, but younger people do, and they might be keen to put a substantial amount of money into an AI agent's custody to do things like trading or farming or something like that. But there's a lot. Pretty soon it's going to be everyone has their own agent, at least an individual agent, if not a swarm of agents, right? I still don't have an AI agent in my house, as in my own hardware device. I just use whatever the platforms out there like Grok and Venice and even Gemini for things. Okay, so that's it. I got one more tweet for you. So CowSwap did a post-mortem. It's a long one. You can read through it. I like how they always tend to, they give you all the information they've gathered, and they gathered a lot. Okay, so you can go through this. The TLDR is about $1.5 million was lost only from people who actually went to the website when the website was compromised. So people went there and they traded and they got wrecked, right? They lost about $1.5 million. The approvals problem wasn't a problem. Nobody got drained because of approvals of contracts. It was just purely some people click the button, trade on the broken or the compromised website. So, but as always, I'll repeat that you should, only approve what you're planning to use right now. Try to keep your approval a list empty, and then you will heavily reduce your risk of being victimized by certain things in DeFi. But I like this. Look, there's a lot of information here. You can read through this. I did not lose any money, so I haven't really dug deep into it. But and it's super devy, right? So yeah. Anyhow, but you can read through it and figure out what the problem is. And so forth. But the root cause is the most important, I think, to try to figure out how to avoid it. But basically, somebody at the company who runs the domain, who supplies the domain, he was phished or social engineered, and then he was able, the hackers were able to take over the CowSwap front end. Okay, so that's it for today. I hope this is interesting and useful, and thank you for listening, and goodbye.